already did. All right, all right. Damn. Apparently we got a bunch of followers like 10, 11 minutes ago. And start the intro. And welcome to the Paper Player Podcast. My name is Jeff. I'll be leading today with Josh. JB couldn't make it. Said he had to go wash his anime pillows again. And Tony's still out pretending to be a dad, you know. We all know he's out there, you know, cracking packs like a crackhead. Welcome to episode 127, Rating Ixalan. We're going to be talking about a bunch of different things, but before we get into that, you can connect with us on our socials at linktree/paperplayer. Like and subscribe on YouTube, because if we hit 500 or more, I'm going to have to stream and try to beat the record for going from bronze to mythic in arena with a new account with no money added to it. So that'll be all hell for me. And I said if we get 5,000 followers or subscribers or more, I will get a tattoo of our logo somewhere on me. Mind you, that could be somewhere.
Me too.
My butt cheek, back of my leg, forehead. We don't know yet. We'll figure it out when we get there.
I think I respect my artists too much to let them or want them to tattoo my butt cheek.
And we have our next MagicCon coming up here in Chicago, February 23rd through the 25th. Make sure to catch the cast out there, except I think, Tony, that's why this picture has him crying because he can't go. But me, JB, and Josh will be there, and fellow, I guess, associate of the podcast. He tends to be mentioned on here. Antonio will be with us too, I'm sure. Plus, a lot of the Milwaukee crew will be out there, but make sure to catch us there. Find us, say hi to us. I know most of you probably don't know what we look like, but just three nerdy white dudes. You'll be able to find all of
I was
us.
surprised that the Jim Kindler dude knew who I was, because like
Oh,
I
he
had
thought
no
he
idea
thought I
what he
was
was.
he thought I was JB.
I had no idea who he was, but I quickly put it together based off what he was saying to me.
Yeah, I had seen him before.
So thank you for being such a
Recognizing,
great
yes,
fan,
and
Jim
actually,
Kindler.
well, we'll get to that when we get to the Magic Roundtable. I'll talk about it. Today's show notes, we got the Magic Roundtable. We're gonna rank a cycle. When can we be done with these scams? Talking about scam in modern, how it's ridiculous. Top 8 bombs for Ixalan now that Tony has read the cards instead of just looking at pretty pictures and putting them up there. The Lara Croft secret lair that got spoiled. Being less bronze these days. How to Commander breakdown. I'm guessing this is referring to breaking down Commander when you're like how you should play, you know, with casual players and so on and so forth. Tony, exactly. Tony's commentary about episode 125, which I'm sure will be trash. And it says Tony's coolest questions. Let's see if he knows the difference between a question and questions this week. Why don't you start us off, Josh? Did you play any Magic this week?
I played a lot of Magic this week. Let's start off with I played the pre-release on the weekend. The pre-release started at noon, right? So I was like, oh, this is golden. I'll play it that one, right? So it starts at noon, and it's 56 players. And I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of people. So there's a lot of prize support. I spent all morning dressing up in all my dinosaur attire. You guys, Jeff doesn't have the camera on, but I've got the dinosaur hat on. All of it. Not the dinosaur shirt this week though. But I was all dressed up for dinosaurs. I was like stoked. I was like, oh, I can't wait. I'm gonna play dinosaurs and fucking limited, and it's gonna be great. And then I opened my pool. I like opened my pre-release kit, and I like look at my promo, and it's Saheeli, and I was like immediately like farts. I wanted like Galta so bad. Um, but I got Sahili, and then I proceeded to open my packs, and like I got like nothing, like super exciting. Um, I got like the uh, I didn't get any good dinosaurs for one, so I was like upset. But upon like analyzing my pool, I got the Tarmogoyf dude, the black Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That guy was good. Lost Souls or whatever, something like that.
Yeah, it's the one when it
And I had
comes
like
in, you like sack something.
a really cool, good black blue descend pool. Uh, and it was like super easy for me to hit descend. I had the fetch land. I was playing like the 2-drop like lotus petal thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's buried treasure.
buried treasure. Um, I also played those caverns. Those caverns were actually like working out really well.
I stuck
Um,
two of them in my EDH deck actually.
I had what were some of the descend creatures that came into play? I know honestly like because there was like one card that I had that was really good, but I can't remember
Is
the
it
other
the
ones.
3-drop flyer when it attacks mill a card?
Yeah, I played that guy was good.
Yep. There's
Oh, and there
also,
was like all the like death touchers that
I
came
was
in
gonna
and
say
milk
there's the
cards or
two
whatever.
drop 1/1 death touch when it comes in, mill two cards. Like yeah, I was
Hmm.
playing all of that. I played blue black also.
And then uh, so I splashed red because I was playing those artifacts anyway, and I had like the mountain cycling dinosaur.
Yeah, yeah,
So I splashed red for Sahili because I had that other Descend dude that it comes into play. Oh wait, hey, I also had the Wrath, the Descend Wrath,
yep.
which notably Tarmogoyf dodges. Um, and then I had the dude that 4-drop ETVs Descend minus X kill a dude.
Yep, that card's really good.
Which do you know what Sahili does?
I don't remember.
It's so Sahili's like a 2/2 for red blue, and then it's red blue tap, but make a token copy of a creature or an artifact
Uh,
with haste and sacrifice it. So yeah, I was just machine gunning dude's boards. Like, oh my god. Uh, I went 3-1. I was just like, I like had other ways to like draw cards or whatever. I would like had, I was able to dig through my deck really well. Uh, so I either assembled that combo, or I would like end up wrathing the board and then get through in the air with the flying dudes. Everything I had was flying. I had like the 6-drop bounce a dude guys and all that.
yeah.
That's all the blue I was splashing for the flyers. Uh, I lost in a mirror match, and it was a very very close mirror match. And I think that dude actually won the pre-release the night before when I was looking at the Man of All pages or whatever. Um, so like respect to him. At least I lost to a good player. And then like so this is like after 4 rounds. So after 4 rounds in deck building, it's 6 o'clock or whatever, and then you like break for a meal break, and I'm like, fuck. There's still two more rounds left, so that means minimum like 3 hours on top of the hour they're taking eating. I'm not gonna get out of here until 10 o'clock, and I still have to go grocery shopping. So I kind of just ate and left and took my prizes, like cut my losses because I had to work and responsible for some things. But then I also played Tuesday Night Legacy last night. Because I'm pretty sure I'm still in the invitational for the end of the year, which I think is this Sunday.
Nice.
Um, yeah. Uh, so I played the Invitational, and I still have Tony's Beans deck, which he like. I remember our podcast or whatever. That was like the last one we had here, when he was like so excited about going undefeated with it, and that deck just sucks, man.
Didn't you also play in the last invitational?
Yeah, and I played one game and or one match, and I lost with the Beans deck and went home.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But I'll be in the like actual. That one was just like the test like invitational thing for like they're gonna do uh quarterly and in addition to the end of the year one. So I think I'm still in. I should still qualify for the end of the year one. I can actually check that right now. But I had a bad time with that Beans deck. I got beat up last night to Delver, and it felt bad. Um, notably, I played against uh Orcish Bowmaster every single night or every single game. That card is annoying.
I think the four color bean deck, like granted you're more susceptible to like Blood Moon and stuff, but I think the deck has I think a
No,
little
dude,
better
that deck,
time
my
dealing.
deck would have. The deck I was playing yesterday would have scooped to a Blood Moon too.
Okay, yeah, but I'm saying I think that deck had the four color one has a better game against Bowmaster. Um,
What's the best card against Bowmaster? There's
Leyline,
period.
anything to just kill it.
So, are you saying Bogles would be good right now?
In Legacy,
Yeah.
no.
Why not?
I feel like there's just too many ways to deal with Bogles.
What about Modern?
Modern,
Yeah.
I think you still just lose to Scam because they just rip all of your enchantments out of your deck
Oh,
and or your hand,
you
and all
turn
you're
one
left
to
with is a Boggle.
rip your Bogle.
That's all you're left with.
Yeah. But you get to play main board Leyline.
Sure. So
I
then they just
wonder.
play Fury turn one. How do you ever beat a Fury?
Hang on. Or like, I mean, you easy. You just let it do its thing for 1 or 2 turns, and then
You're
all of
dead
a
in
sudden
one
you
or
have
two turns. Because
no,
the
because like
all right,
I'm going to no. So like you swing for 6, I take it, and then or I take it my turn. I put Umbra armor and Spirit Link or whatever, and now I have a 4/4 double strike lifelink
sure.
or whatever. What's the Daybreak Coronet that gives it lifelink first strike?
And this is all if you mull to have Leyline in hand in game two.
No, this is without Leyline. You can't
Without
destroy
Leyline,
my.
you don't have a Boggle to play because they go
Oh,
turn one and they just rip your creatures and you're left with a bunch of enchantments you can't
hang
use.
on, hang on. We were talking about the Fury. We were talking about Fury, not
Yes, I
me.
brought up Fury because you mentioned Leyline.
Right. No, I was saying Bogles. I think a Bogle can beat a turn or early Fury.
Sure, but it cannot be a turn one grief.
But and then argument is that it has the ley lines there to prevent
You would have
the
to
turn
play
one
it
grief.
main deck.
Right. Well, it does play it main deck.
That just like, how do you beat Tron
I
then?
mean, so hang on. My best like run in modern. I like how we completely got sidetracked here, but I'm okay with it because it's just us two and we don't have.
Well,
any
hey,
other
how
guys.
about this? How about this? Why don't we say this because there is a scam portion? We can talk about it then with Boggle. Like that way
Okay,
we can
yeah,
keep
we can
it
talk about
thematic.
how to beat scam because
Yeah.
you hang on, right? We're gonna come back to the conversation about how because I need to do for this legacy invitational. I need to beat Orcus Bowmaster because I'm gonna play it every single round.
Yeah, we can talk about that. But anyways, I did play some Magic this weekend. I went to the pre-release. I went to the case flight.
Hang
Um,
on, one more thing. Today I played the last round of Eldraine League with Jim. Or we both played our last decks, and it ended up being the mirror match of fairies versus fairies. Uh, it went to game 3, but how did he get there? I flooded out. I had
I'm
8
guessing
lands.
Fairies won.
Yep. But it was like at the end of the league, it's the best. Like it makes this most sense to play that deck because you got like 4 of the common counter spell, and then you've got Jim was upset he didn't play the Candy Graffle
The
because I
card's
was
so
blowing him out
good.
with that card. Right. He was like doing he instead of Candy Grappling my guy or whatever, he would like sleep token it with the 1 mana dude and then put a stun counter on it.
Not good enough.
He also had the mythic dude. I killed it every time with the candy grapple though.
Which mythic?
Um, 3/4 fairy mythic
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
that draws cards if you
You pick a
use
number,
it. It's
one
like
to
Leovold,
10
yeah.
or whatever.
And he's like 2. Fuck off. But he beat me. So now you can go back.
All right.
I'm excited to play dinosaurs.
So I played in a pre-release this weekend. I played in a case slate. I opened my box and my promo was the rare land that comes into play tapped. You pick a color. It can tap for mana of that color, or it can tap for 2 mana of any color to activate land abilities. So already starting out bad. Like, yes, the card was nice. They did use its ability to activate the Cascade land, or yeah, the Cascade lands. Still not what you want to open in your promo spot. So I went blue black because I opened up the mythic 2-drop 8/8, which in all 4 rounds I played, because it was 3 rounds cut to top 8, and I lost right away in top 8. It was always turned on. I think I only played it once where the turn I played it, it wasn't turned on, but as soon as it got to my turn, I was able to turn him on to be able to attack and block. Plus 4 mana, like, draw a card, mill yourself is kind of nice because it turns on all your descent stuff. Like, round 1, game 1, I actually lost to having no library because I milled myself too much.
Oops.
Yeah. I also opened the blue artifact rare that was really gross. It's a blue and 2 when it comes into play, mill 2, draw 2. And
I
then,
have that card. I opened that card in my box.
dude,
I haven't.
card is nuts. You hit descend
So
8,
you
it flips, and then whatever spell or permanent spell you cast with it, you can turn a permanent you control into a copy of it. So I was like copying, like I would cast it, any creature I played, cast it, copy it, swing with the copy. Like I was throwing lands at people, artifacts, like
Okay, so I'm gonna build that deck
so much fun, dude.
too. I spent all day. We have a new rule for league, and it's got to be 60 card decks.
Nice.
I built a 60 card dinosaur deck because I want to play my dinosaurs.
But I made it to top 8. I got ran over by red green dinosaurs. There was no
Yes.
no competition. I got demolished. Game 1 steamrolled me. Game 2, I like got them down to like I think 6 or 3, and then they just finally like were able to play stuff to keep up and just demolished me. They had every fight spell known to man.
Were they playing the frog?
Yes, the frog was gross, and you know what else is gross?
I got a playset of the frog.
There's an equipment that does what the frog does. On your turn, it has death touch. On your opponent's turn, it has reach. It's
Oh, I
dumb.
probably have that. I should probably go back and read.
It's like a 1 mana equipment. I do believe 1 or 2.
Out of my box, I only got one of the diamond pickaxe.
Did you open it? You got draft boxes. Never mind.
Yeah, but
Uh,
I'm just saying, like, I think that that card that's like the Minecraft card, and it's like obviously rare. Is what I was pointing out because I only got one in my box.
Well, the only reason I asked is because I want the Jurassic Park basic double lands because there's a basic land on the front and back.
I think I am going to buy a set box though.
I think I
'cause
might on Friday. I think
I want a mana crypt.
What did you get in your box topper?
You can't get mana crypt as a box offer.
No, I know, but what you can only get mana crypt
dumbass
from.
fucking arcane segment. I got the unplayable arcane segment.
You can only get mana crypt from collector boxes, I do believe.
Oh, you can get them in set boxes. They're
You-
just not. You can't get the neon border ones. It's just the normal
Oh, that's right.
Mhm.
I didn't get a box topper, but fellow Magic player from Milwaukee, whenever a new set comes out, he always hits me up with whatever he opens, and he opened a Colossus Hammer, so I'm getting that from him.
Cool. I need one for the cube, but you have to. I want a foil one, and you have to get that out of a collector booster.
Yes. You can open them in set boosters, by the way. The box topper cards, they're just not foil. I do believe.
Okay.
Because I think Antonio opened something. Anyways, next up we've got
Chalice of the Void.
right the
That's like the best rip is Chalice of the Void.
well, yeah. All right, rank the cycle. And for the cycle
Oh
this
boy.
week, we have the 5 original shrines from Kamigawa. So for
Well, what's like
the
the
Honden,
stipulation on this?
hold
Because
up.
like there's a bunch of different. Well, obviously the white one's the worst. Period.
So the white one is a white and 3. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life for each shrine you control. The blue one is a blue and 4. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card for each shrine you control. The black one is a black and 3. At the beginning of your upkeep, target opponent discards cards equal to the shrines you control. Red one is a red and 2. At the beginning of the upkeep, it deals damage to target creature or player equal to the shrines. And the green one is a green and 4. And at the beginning of your upkeep, it makes a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token for each shrine.
The new rule with rank the cycle is Tony has to explain why he chose.
He's
that
just looking
cycle.
for cards that have a cycle. I mean, I don't think there really is any
No,
other.
but like he's got it. Like I mean, obviously, like he when you do that, it's like there's a list of them that pops up or whatever. But
He just, I honestly
what
just think
what
he's just grabbing whatever he
but
like
like
thinks of.
I want to know what specifically stood out to him when he was looking at it and was like, "Ooh, I
To
want to
be
take the
fair, there
shot."
are 15 or 3 different shrine
Right. There's
cycles.
three
So,
different
I
ones.
mean, the original ones are the original. Like,
Uh, I think actually the red one is the like, number one. The
I
white
actually
is
think I
number
agree with
5.
what you said before the podcast. I think the green one
The
is, man,
green
you
one is
making,
either 1 or 2 is green.
I think it goes green
And
red for sure.
I like I think the red one because like the red one is like playable in like RDW, like old
Yeah, it's
school
also just
RDW.
playable by itself. It's a 3 mana like enchantment that deals a damage each upkeep. Like that seems
Right. It was like back in the day. It was a RDW card.
I think the
So
white
and
one
like
is definitely number 5 because who cares about getting 2 life?
yeah, it was
Um,
garbage.
I think the blue and the black
And
one are the hard part.
it's like that's like the hard part.
I also think
The
Tony's
black
not gonna
one,
agree with us about putting the blue one at 3 or 4.
it's bad though. You try
It's
it and it's not
5 mana.
bad
It is
or not
very
good.
expensive.
It's not good. It reads good, but it plays bad.
I think it
The
goes.
black one, the
It
black
honestly
one is
goes
like
in the order he has it in here from right to left. I think.
the black one scales like with what if it's in limited and if it's in like 60 card
I think it goes
or
how he does.
short.
I think it goes from right to left, from 1 to 5.
Right
Green, red,
from
black, blue,
yeah.
white.
Okay, I'll give him that. Easy. He's got it the right way. The
Yeah,
only back
cool.
green number 1,
And
white
if you're
number 5.
listening, make sure to comment and let us know why we're wrong. Next, Twins numbers 1 week before ban versus
Dude,
scam
Twin was a
numbers.
cop out. Twin was a cop out. It was totally just to get more views.
So when Twin got banned, it was at just under 5% of the meta. It's actually tied to Infect right next to it.
That's because Infect was the one way to beat. Because you had
Hold
to
up,
beat.
Naya Burn was higher percent
Right.
in the meta. Oh, yeah.
That was also when that Wild Mikado was good. Well, you had to win by turn 4, otherwise
Yeah, they just win.
it was over. And so any deck that won by turn 4
God, look at these
was
deck
good.
lists, man. Like, you remember when this was
Tron,
modern, bro? This was the best. Man, we got
Problem.
Affinity, Red
This
Green
was the
Tron.
best. Yes, this was the best modern. Absolutely, hands down, this was the best modern.
So, Twin between the two decks, there was Blue Red and then Grixis primarily. They come out to roughly about 9% of the meta, which is a lot, but I mean, you look at like Legacy and Lands is like 10% of the meta sometimes, or, you know, Bean is probably around 10% right now. But now we take a look.
100% Twin took a fucking
It took the bullet.
an act.
Yeah.
They like Wizards got wind that they knew all the pros were just going to play Twin, so they banned it. So they would force all the pros to play new decks.
You heard it here first, folks.
100%. That's what happened.
Conspiracy theories.
Right.
Well, currently in modern
Because
meta, in nowadays, scam is 20.6% of the meta. The next closest deck is Cascade Bean at 6.7, followed by Yawgmoth at 6, and then it drops by like a percent each deck. God, Tron dropped all the way down. I'm so yeah. Anyways, this isn't okay. Like 20% of your meta should not be a $1,500 deck that like just destroys the rest of the meta and makes it unfun for everyone.
I still don't think it's as bad as Hogak though.
Agreed. Like no one's saying it is, but
But
things
I just
shouldn't
want to know.
need to get to a
I
Hogak
just want to
level
know.
to make it that
First,
we need to ban it.
right.
Hogak lived way too long.
Oh, wait, hang on. 21.4%.
Is what Hogak was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, hang
so
on. Wait. There's also Hogak Dredge listed here. Does that count?
I mean they were both
At,
Hogak.
at 1.5%, so 20. That's 23%.
Okay, so they were less than 3% more than Rakdos Scam right now. It's pretty
Right.
close, man. This deck is just ridiculous. Like, I don't understand how we are still living in a. I understand there's going to be people out there that don't agree with us, and that's fine. You're allowed to have your opinions. But, like,
I don't think there's anyone out there that is
oh no,
justifying
JB from the podcast literally doesn't
If
want
anything,
Scam to
it's
get
people-
banned.
I can understand
He's
that.
also just a
I get what-
degenerate, so like when
Right,
it
he doesn't want his money to get banned.
no, I
He
don't even
also
think
wants-
it's the money. I think he just likes making people upset when he plays. I think it's part
No,
of it.
it's because that deck is really good. What was I going to say?
How
I think where it comes to is people arguing over which card needs to be banned.
it's got to be
What-
Fury, man. It's got to be.
I don't play Modern, so I can't.
A
honestly
turn one grief, like even though it does, yes, rip apart your hand, you still have opportunities to come back. I think it's very hard to deal with a turn one like Fury unless you're like just throwing all of your removal spells at it. Like Tron can't deal with it. I don't think Bean can on turn one because they can't Leyline Binding turn one. I guess Yawgmoth can't even deal with it because they need 2 mana removal spell and 1 mana Fatal Push doesn't kill it. Crashing Footfalls can't deal with it turn one. Nope, they can't deal with it turn one. Amulet Titan, I think, just doesn't care about Fury. They try to race it.
Right, it goes over the top.
And now we're just getting like Tron can only deal with it by paying 4 life to kill it with Dismember. Like it's just I love that I'm seeing Burn on here, by the way, man. Month and a half. We're getting there, baby. But I don't know, just Modern is in just such a terrible spot, and you can say it's personal, you could say it's like an uneducated statement, but like it really is. Like 21% of the meta being scam can't be good. It can't be healthy. Like, how do you enjoy going to an FNM, to a tournament, and like a fourth of your matches are gonna be against scam? Or fifth,
It's, like,
whatever.
probably even much higher than that.
Agreed, because like 20% is over like mainly looking at like top 8 stuff like that, and, like whatnot. But like,
Well, like,
And-
if you're going to play Paper Magic right now, the only people who are signing up to play those events are people with the scam decks. It's going to be the mirror match 5 times in a row.
yeah, which is not fun. Yeah, I don't.
Unless you're smart, if you're not smart, like the only like, it's foolish to want to play a deck against it unless the deck has like, unless you're playing Amulet Titan, I guess. Like you have to have like a positive against the deck.
How do you beat scam? Because I don't think we're gonna see a ban for a little bit here, at least not until next year. You were talking about Boggles. How in the F does Boggles beat Scam?
This is like me just brainstorming.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, and I'm here to help you
remember when
brainstorm.
you and I used to do this and it would
Oh,
work?
100%. I understand. I'm just, for me to help you brainstorm about it, I need to
Use, like,
understand the
the
rationality
hexproof
behind.
Fury,
Huh?
and the hexproof beats Fury, and the hexproof to you beats Grief.
I mean, it stops their abilities, but it doesn't stop the attacks. Like, yeah, if you give yourself double strike and lifelink, you can keep up. But they also run, what is it? I think they run a copy of Lily. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've looked at a scam deck, just because I hate the stupid deck. I try to avoid looking at it. I don't know. If you could ban one card from the deck right now, what would it be?
Right now,
Yeah, right now. If like Wizards emailed you and they're like, Josh, your opinion's the only one that matters. I need you to choose one card from this deck to ban. What do you ban?
probably Fury, because it like erases it takes away the race game, right? Because like
Yeah.
you need the aggro to have the aggro needs to be around to keep the format healthy, and you can't have aggro with Fury in the format.
And Fury just kills anything it attacks or blocks most of the time.
Well, like no, Fury like 4 for Fury can 4 for 2.
Yeah.
Really, what it is.
And
Well,
late
all the
game it
other
can
ones are,
4
like,
for 1
2
because you
for
just
1.
hard cast it.
Well, all the other ones are like normally like a 2 for 1. But I would imagine Fury's the one that's got to go, but I don't see them banning a Modern Horizons 2 card.
Yeah, they will. Isn't Modern Horizons 3 coming out in a couple months?
Not until summer, I think.
Yeah, that's a couple months. I mean, we're almost in December. Like 5-6 months. Around my birthday, so another reason to hate Modern. Alright, well, screw Scam. We've talked about it so much on this podcast. I'm like really just sick of talking about it. They just need to do something about it. Until then, I'm not going to touch Modern.
I think they. What's the why? Why not just let it out for? Write it out for. Hang on. Why not if they are confident that with Modern Horizons 3 or with hang on, so what else what comes out in the spring is that Mansion set?
No. The Wild West set comes out before the Mansion set, I'm pretty sure.
It's the Mansion set first.
Are you sure?
100% sure. But I don't see that being any kind of like good for Modern. But if they're 100% sure with what they do with Modern Horizons 3 will change the format enough that people stop complaining about whatever, then why not let it ride for 6 months or whatever?
Because if it's not healthy for the format, like you could risk losing a lot of people from wanting to play it.
Right? No way. Everyone,
dude, there's so many people that don't play Modern because of it right now.
But they're still they're still buying the boxes and packs. They're still going to the pre-release.
No, see, I was right. So the release schedule. Oh no, never mind. I overlooked it. You are correct. So we get Ravnica Remastered first, then Murders in the Karloff Manor, Fallout, Thunder Junction, which is the Outlaw set, then Horizons 3.
Right. So Ravnica Remastered isn't going to do anything, but it's going to shut people up enough with like old border shocks that maybe they'll shut up about Modern.
I mean, it's also going to be like literally there's 3 versions of each Shockland, which is awesome because that means there's going to be so many out there. Make them cheap. They should have done it with the fetches, to be honest, but I mean, I guess they kind of did with Modern Horizons 2. There was 3 versions.
fetches are kind of cheap right now.
The wrong
Well, like
ones are cheap.
the no wait, people said that back when the cons ones were printed. Is like, oh, the good ones are expensive.
Yeah, but
It
like
doesn't
what
matter.
I'm
These
saying
things
is
always
like
change.
scam uses what red black and I think they do blue black. They might not even run 8 fetches. But what I'm saying is the
It
the
plays
the
Burning
Zendikar
Catacombs.
fetches have had more reprints than the cons ones.
It plays all the black fetches for what it's worth.
Yeah,
So it plays Burning Catacombs, March Flats, and the red black one, but same wire.
but yeah, the cons fetches have only been printed in what Onslaught and cons. The Zendikar ones were in Zendikar, Modern Masters, and Modern Horizons. Plus, they were a part of that secret layer where you could get the random fetch land. So, like, those fetches have just been printed into the ground, which is good. I love that they're cheap, but, like, you look at, like, Wooded Foothills and they're like $40.
And that's, I think that's just, I, I think there's a little bit of like magic. The magic economy is, uh, what's the word? Vicious and greedy.
Oh,
I think
agreed.
that's like a lot of like the vendors were like, well, I can charge $40 for these now,
Yeah.
because like
You know what we need?
there's a shit, there's a shit ton of budget
We need a
out there.
lands master set, man. It's gonna have shock lands, tri lands, fetch lands, just nothing but lands, man. Charge $10 a pack. Put 3 rares in every pack. Perfect. Just print them fools into the ground. Because the worst part about Magic to me is I hate that a mana base is so expensive when the game revolves around needing this. But then everyone's argument is always, oh, like, then get the cheaper like version, or or the budget version. But then you're making your deck worse. Isn't the point to play at your best? And we
I
want
have a
everyone to
question.
play.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I am playing this. Oh, it's not gonna work. Oh, hang on. 2 seconds away. I'm playing this. That didn't work either. I'll put it in my face. I'm playing this full art card of Ristic Study
Yeah.
in my EDH deck. Is that as a Ristic Study? Is that legal?
It's not legal, but I don't think.
Like, how do you feel about that in your friend group?
Oh, I don't care. I don't care about proxies or anything like that.
How do you think that would fly with even like the proxy people?
I'm sure they'd be fine with it.
It's like still an actual Magic card.
It's not an actual Magic card.
Well, it's like the closest thing you can get to a Magic card. It comes in a booster pack.
Correct. But so does advertisement.
Right, I guess it is an advertisement.
All right. We've talked about modern and all that and all this crap. All right, so
Yeah, we didn't talk about what I'm gonna play in Legacy though.
we can get to Legacy at the end, man. I want to
Okay.
get through this part at least. So last week, Tony gave us his top 8 list of what he thought were the bombs in Lost Caverns of Ixalan, and most of them were wrong. He had Veto at like 3 or 4, which was terrible. So he redid his list after actually looking at the set. So first, I like how he actually put reasons down. Terran
Dude, there's
Soul
actually
Cleaver.
something really stupid with this card.
It's a one
They're
mana
like,
equipment. Equipped creature has vigilance. Whenever another artifact or creature is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on equipped creature. His reasons are auto include in any deck, correct, doesn't take a color, makes trading really punishing for your opponent. Also true because you get a counter. Map and treasures push this card so far. You are correct.
right. It works with treasures. That's
And it
stupid.
counts your opponent's stuff.
This card's good.
Yeah, definitely. Probably should be actually higher than 8, but we'll see. Poetic
I have this in
Ingenuity.
my dinosaur deck.
It's
I have this card in my
2 and a red for an enchantment. Whenever one or more dinosaurs you control attack, create that many treasure tokens. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. This ability triggers only once. Insane build around, correct. Allows splashing of other
I only have one
bombs.
of them, but I have it.
Being aggressive in the format pays off. Agreed. Being aggressive does pay off. Holding off does not work very well. I do like this card a lot. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't know this card existed till right now, but I like it a lot.
Dude, I played against at the pre-release, so I went 3-1, right?
Yeah.
I played against it in 2 separate matches, and the opponent proceeded to play it and then never played a dinosaur, both times.
It's probably like because like you can play this without dinosaurs. That second ability, like,
Or
isn't.
like they never got anything off it. It was a 3-mana do nothing both times.
Then
I
they're
was
building
like, what are
wrong.
you doing? I said, what are you doing?
Next, we have Deep Fathom Echo. It's a blue, green, and 2 for a 4/4. At the beginning of combat on your turn, Deep Fathom Echo explores. Then you may have it become a copy of another creature you control until end of turn. 4/4 that draws a card or gets larger every turn. True. Great play on curve. Agreed. 4/4 for 4. Randomly gets to become a dino. Also true. Yeah, I like this card. Very good rare. The copying ability can be real gross late game too. Like you play what's that one? When it comes in the 7/6 rare for 6. When it comes in you discover 5. It's a trample rare dino. Copying that is pretty gross.
Please tell me Tarmogoyf's on this list.
It's probably not.
Is that
Magmatic
the-
Galleon,
no.
a vehicle for 3 and a red. When it enters the battlefield, it deals 5 damage to target creature opponent. To target creature and opponent controls. Whenever one or more creatures your opponent controls are dealt access non-combat damage, create a treasure token. Crew 2 for 5/5. Flame Tongue Kavu, yeah, for 5. Just missed it last time. Huge stat line and can get the opponent due to its sneaky crew cost. Yeah, you don't really see the crew cost sitting down there, so people tend to forget.
Right.
And 2 for a 5/5 is not bad at all.
Right.
For crew cost. If it connects once it ends the game, the city's blessing is very easy to achieve. Beef Boy. So yeah, the card that we told him should have been on the list last time, the green Ogier, the god that lets you put as many creatures as you want. Yeah. Right? You may put a creature. Oh, just a creature or land. You look at the top cards, equal to the damage he dealt. He's a 6/5 with trample, and you can put a creature and land from among them onto the battlefield. Card is very gross.
Actually, after playing the limited, I'm like,
Dude,
I think
Tony got hit by it, and his opponent proceeded to put Galt on the table. And then put like the rest of their hand into play.
Oh no! Oh no!
Living the dream, bro.
I was gonna say because like I would play that Tarmogoyf dude on average it was like a 10/10, and people would be like, "What?"
Yeah. One of the best cards to come back into the game. Triumphing. He had Triumphing Carnosaur last time. I think he just moved it up the list. But it's a 6-drop 7/6 with trample. When it enters, you discover 5, and then you can pay 3 and discard it from your hand to deal 3 damage to target creature, planeswalker. So just an overall, it like literally top decking this with no cards in hand can just bring you back into the game.
Right. This card's good.
What do we have at number 2? Bat.
Backup.
Dumb stats,
never saw
value
this
engine,
card.
annoying for
I hope
opponent.
Jim didn't get it. I hope Jim didn't get it. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I don't want to play against discard.
Don't you guys open your whole box now?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna play. We haven't. We gotta wait until next week because we played. I have my deck built. I was like planning to play both decks today, but Jim got stuck in a meeting and didn't get out until like 4:40. So I only had enough time to play one. So we played the last Eldraine game. But I don't know what he. I just know he has a Cavern of Souls, and I told him he should have put his Cavern of Souls in his fairy deck. Because it was just like counter wars back and forth.
And yeah, this card was number 1 last time, and I think
I can't wait to play this dude.
Yeah,
dude, it's done.
Bonehorde Dracosaur.
This is the coolest card they've ever printed, by the way.
Dude,
I don't care what anyone says.
This card.
This is the coolest.
It's questing beast, dude. Every time I read this card, it does something new.
Something else.
It's a 5/5 for 3 and a red flying first strike at the beginning of your upkeep. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. If you exile a land card this way, create a 3/1 red dinosaur creature token. If you exile a non-land card this way, create a treasure token. This card is insane.
Um, right, this card is really good. But I'd like to say that Tarmogoyf deserves an honorable mention because, like, on
Agreed.
average,
Agreed. Honorable
every
mention.
time I played that card, I immediately won the game. On average, it was a 10-10. It would, like, people had to read it 3 times, and they're like, "What?" Then they like proceed to pick up my graveyard and like didn't
Count.
believe that I will like they like would watch me count my graveyard like literally like the turn before, and then not believe me. So that's a 10-10.
Card's gross, dude.
It
Descend
is
is
too.
pretty easy to trigger in this set.
I'm going to admit this is going to be the first secret layer I have bought since what was the last one I bought? I
So
don't
we've
remember.
got Secret Lair Tomb Raider with a bunch of reprints and a new Lara Croft card.
That's why I'm buying this one because I actually want to play this commander.
Is the screen blurry or can you read her?
I can read her.
Yeah, you want to go ahead and read Lara Croft?
Lara Croft Tomb Raider is Teamer colors, green, blue, red, mana cost. Legendary creature, human ranger, first strike reach, 3/4. When Lara Croft attacks, exile up to 1 target legendary artifact card or legendary land card from a graveyard and put a discovery counter on it. You may play a card from exile with a discovery counter on it this turn. Raid, which is if you attacked with a creature this turn. At the end of combat of your turn, if you attacked with a creature this turn, create a treasure token. And like, I don't want to play this for anything other than flavor wise. Like, I've played the shit out of the Lara Croft games.
Oh yeah, I've played a bunch.
Mm.
I like the older
I like
ones
how
more
like
than the new ones. The new ones are good,
no wait,
but
so the older ones are unplayable in 2023.
disagree.
But the newer ones, they like progressively get worse. Like the first one is so good, and then you play the next two and it like progressively gets worse. But they're still like worth the playthrough. I think they're better. I tried to play like the Nathan Drake ones afterwards, and it just wasn't the same.
One of
Tomb
the
Raider did it right with like the actually like you can see that like it was actually about like the environment, which is like totally my vibe. I love that shit.
one of the reprints
Caves and fungus.
is Search for Azcanta. It's named Heart of the Explorer, which is pretty cool. We got an Anger the Gods reprint called Storms of Yamati. I think that's
I wish that was something else. That's like a poor choice.
yeah. Anger the
It
Gods
should have
really
been
don't see
another
play
red.
anymore.
What's like a red
Um,
artifact that they could have put in there?
Artifact means sorcery.
No, but like so if you read her ability, it's all about legendary artifacts, right? Or uh, what's like a good
It's
like
because it doesn't kill her. Because she's
that's
a
true.
3/4.
Ah, you're smart.
The
It's cool, but I wish it was a different card. I wish it was see like the reason why I'm buying this is like not right. We haven't gotten to the other 2 cards yet, but I personally need a Bow and Ilia
I was gonna,
because like I got rid of mine because it was like $12 or whatever. So when I was cashing out,
yeah.
and I want it back again. So like I'm personally buying this because there's a Bow and Ilia in here. I want to play the search for Azcanta is like a card I want to put in a EDH deck and just forget about. Uh, I'll put the Anger of Gods and Perforos. I want to play Lara Croft. And then we got the next 2 cards.
Um. So yeah, as he mentioned, Bow and Ilia is in here. It's called the Grim Whisper. It's got her holding a bow, so makes sense.
Boom.
Shadow Spear, which is nuts that's
Boom.
in here.
Shadow Spear. Oh my god.
Todic Spear looks really cool. It's got her old outfit, like the green tank top, ponytail, and then Academy Ruins, which is pretty cool to be in here. Fits with her.
It's just like a card that like I used to have a foil one from Time Spiral that I had for like the longest time ever in like my old uh my my original commander deck, which was like Esper or Loro,
Yeah.
uh, which had the Academy Runes Mindslaver combo in it. But Yeah, I no longer have it because I got rid of that like $120 or whatever back in the day. Because there was a time when that card was worth a
Oh
lot of,
yeah, a lot of money.
at least the
Um,
foil one. Back when foils were actually worth something.
yeah, that was before they were sponsored by Pringles.
But
Um,
I'm 100% buying this secret lair. Oh, you get a treasure token too.
yeah, I think it's on here. Yeah, there it is. They did that for the Jurassic Park cards, by the way, which I didn't know. They have like unique tokens. I got a treasure token, and it was the vat that had all the dinosaurs' DNA in it.
Oh, that's cool.
But I think like
This
I
treasure
I
token.
already don't have an issue with Universes Beyond. Like, don't really
I
care.
remember I was a hard proponent of it at first.
But
But
I really think this do this to anything. You want to do this with Fortnite, My Little Pony, Pepe
I have a
Pig.
Fortnite card in the cube.
I know. Um, I don't care when you rename cards and put the art of something on it. I think that's a really cool way because it allows it to still be a card that people don't have to go out and get, like when they did with The Walking Dead, where there was no other versions of them. Granted, yes, this comes with a Laura Croft that is unique, but like putting one card in there that is its own and the rest are reprints, 100% for it. Push them out there, especially when you put bangers in here like Shadow Spear and stuff.
Right, that's 20. So Shadow Spear is $20. The Academy Runes is $10. Uh,
Bo and Ilea is probably
the
like 5 now at the reprint.
right. And then $5 with the Search for Escanta, and
Oh yeah,
then
it's
Lara
worth the money.
Croft, and then Lara Croft. Well, they
Whatever she
bumped
ends
the
up
price
being
up.
worth.
It's not $30 anymore. It's 40.
What is?
It's not $30 anymore. It's $40 for the secret.
Yeah, and it's 50 for foil, I imagine.
Yeah, but I don't want to get foil.
Only thing I'd want foil is the Laura Croft. I like having foil
The
commanders because,
treasure token. Well, maybe I will get this foil because I'm. But the Shadow Spear is the problem.
dude, you know I have a Shadow Spear that I still have yet to collect from like 2 years ago.
Where is it? Oh, from that
Remember during
um
COVID when we were playing?
y- that ELD time vault.
Oh yeah, he has a stack of
They
cards.
sent me like 3 great henges, and now I want a great henge for this Lara Croft deck.
I wonder if he still has those cards put aside. I doubt it.
100%. No, dude, that guy was the most like honest and like that guy was like legit. 100%.
I'll have to message him soon, like on
He's got a
Friday.
sleeve with your name on it in a box somewhere in his store. 100%.
I'll
That
have,
guy is
I'll
like
have to
the
hit him
most
up.
genuine dude I've ever heard.
Oh
So
snap!
yes, I'm glad he put that on there because I wanted to talk
All right,
about this.
real quick. So, any
I have
guesses
no
on
idea.
the bonus card?
I have no idea. There's like so much.
Bonus card
Right.
that would fit legendary artifact.
Right, or enchantment, right? Go back and read Lara Croft. What'd she say?
I don't remember how to go back on this. Nope. I'm just gonna have to restart from Lara
Ooh,
Croft.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, dude.
Oh, boom.
When she attacks, exile up to one target legendary artifact card or legendary land. So it does not count
Ooh.
enchantments.
Okay, so
But the reason Azcanta is in here is because it turns into a legendary land.
ah, and we just got growing rights of Tech or whatever. Maybe it might be like the one that turns into Academy of Ruins, because that's also the flavor of. It
Hmm.
also fits in her commander deck.
Trying to think what would be super fitting for. Oh man,
The red blue one, dude. The red blue one. That's like
the
Search
red
for
blue
Escape.
what?
The red blue enchantment from Ixalan or from not Ixalan. What was the second set of Ixalan?
Oh, Ixalan
Rival.
Rivals of Ixalan. You're talking about the blue
The
red one
blue
that
one that
flips
flips
into a land.
into Academy Ruins. It flips into Academy Ruins.
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, that's what my guess would be. Because it plays in her commander deck
Man,
too.
that's a tough one. Like, I just keep trying to think of legendary art. Oh man, what if it was like Mox Diamond or some? Not Mox Diamond, but
It wouldn't do that.
not Mox Diamond, but like one of the newer Mox, like Mox Amber, because it's like a legendary artifact. Like she's looking for. You know what I mean?
Is Mox Oh, Mox Amber is
All the
legendary. That
Moxes
is a
are.
good guess. That's a good X.
Or actually, I don't think
it's
Chrome
a
Mox is.
$20 one. I don't think Chrome Max is either. Let's Google legendary artifacts.
While you're doing that, next we're going to talk about bronze players be like,
Oh,
stop using bronze
yeah.
language. The shuffler is
No
not
way.
rigged. This is the one that bothers me the most.
I love those
Like,
posters, bro. People get tilted about that. It's so funny.
just because you go on a
Like,
losing streak,
don't play paper magic. Don't do it.
yeah, you think arena is bad. Who are you gonna blame when you play paper and you lose the same amount of games? Like, I have played a lot of arena, and when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Like, I never once in my arena career felt
Like
like the
shuffler.
shuffler was rigged against me. And I've played super meta decks, I've played non meta decks, I've played every form. I don't see how you could ever think this. Like, just because you lose, like, is it really that hard to accept that you lost?
Hear me out. Embercleave.
Oh, dude, I played that card. That felt so great. But guess what? When other people played Embercleave against me, I didn't think that the
I'm,
game rigged
I'm
it.
talking about for Tomb Raider.
Oh, that would be cool. Embercleave, that would be sick.
If it's in the deck, Azika's Chariot.
Nah.
It's not really flavorful. I can't remember if I've
Um,
seen where she's riding a chariot.
for people that say the shuffler is rigged, I don't know. It just sounds like you're saying you don't know how randomization works. Randomization means there will be plenty of random sequences where you will not get what you want, or it will not work out, or you're just playing your cards wrong, which is also possible.
Or you're a cheater and you just rig your deck.
That too. Um, Proxies are cheating. This is another bronze thing to say.
Oh, I hate that shit.
It's not cheating.
Cheating?
All it sounds like you're
Man,
saying is you like to
cheating is
gatekeep people's
cheating.
wallets. Not everyone can afford the thing, and the whole argument, if you can't afford it, don't play it, is a terrible mentality for a game that is about coming together and playing cards.
Right.
There is a
You're
competitive
harming it. You're
aspect.
harming
I
it.
understand that.
No one's arguing that.
But don't you want more players, or are you just that bad that you need there to be less players so you have a better chance to win?
Mm.
That's what it sounds like. You're like, I don't want people to play this format so I can just win because I suck. Alchemy is garbage. This one, I don't.
Oh no, dude! I'm going through the list of legendary artifacts, and Embercleave seems like the fucking sure shit for me.
I'm cool with that. Uh,
I'm at R right now, and I haven't seen anything else. Shadow Spear. I'm at
saying
Shadow
alchemy
Spear.
is garbage, I don't think is fully bronze. It's like borderline. I think people who enjoy alchemy should be able to enjoy alchemy. I think the big argument for this though is like, I don't think I've ever met someone that does enjoy alchemy.
Sort of the anime.
That would be a good one too.
I would.
I
I guess
I
it
don't
is
think
like
you
the
should
four.
like you have the right to like discuss why you think alchemy is bronze or bad, I should say. But like don't yell at people and tell them they're wrong for liking it. If they like it, they like it. Like it causes you no harm. You don't have to play alchemy. Like nothing on arena forces you to. Yes, they try to steer you in that direction, but guess what? I've built an alchemy deck once. I've played it twice. Haven't touched it. Still love playing arena.
I need a great hedge.
Banning cards is bad for the game. This is also very bronze. It means you don't understand what a format's balancing is. So banning a card is to allow a format to flourish because you want multiple cards to be played in like a variety. You don't want to go to a tournament and see 21 of your percent of your format to be, griefs and furies. So saying you banning cards is bad. There are situations where I think cards have been banned and didn't deserve to, but I don't think it's bad. And this last one, oh, this is my favorite. Net decks ruined Magic.
I haven't heard that one in a long time.
Oh, I hear it all the time, man. It's like the tears of the week. I love hearing it. It sounds like you're saying you have nothing of value to add to this conversation. Net decking doesn't ruin the game. I understand you like being able to play your rogue decks and go have fun, and that's fine. That's what kitchen table magic is for, and like FNM even like I go to FNM and see plenty of like non-net decks being played. But if you're going to a big tournament and you're upset that you're getting beat up by like all of these like good decks, it doesn't mean net decking is bad. It just means your deck is bad. I mean, am I wrong?
Absolutely not.
Mind you, this statement of net decking ruins magic does not apply to scam.
I think
Scam is terrible. Stop posting your scam list. We need to stop.
I think everyone nowadays like
Information is everything, man. It's everywhere, and who cares?
people
Like,
might like there might be people that get like it's not a net that you have to like change it or something like that, but like everyone starts with a list nowadays.
yeah. Not everyone has time to sit down and be like, I'm going to look through every
Yeah,
card I
yeah.
have and figure out every synergy I can do. Sometimes you only have time to hit up your friends from the podcast and go, hey, man, I need to play Scam this weekend. Does anyone have the deck? They hand you it, you play it. Happens. Plus, cost affects it too. Like, if you're trying to get into a format, you're not going to be buying every card so you can play every deck or play what you want. You're going to buy what you think is the best so you can start there and eventually branch out. How to Commander. CEDH is playing with randoms. What? Oh, CEDH if playing with randoms. EDH is playing with friends. Fair. I don't.
These are the worst memes I've ever seen, Tony. What are you doing?
I don't think that it's the
This is
meme. I
like,
think it's just he's picking a random background. EDH with randoms
like-
equals bad time. Yeah, EDH with randoms is never fun. Or well, not true. It can be fun. All right. We have Tony's commentary for the last episode that me and JP hosted, and I think you were on there for a little bit, Josh. Tony is easily the funniest and cringiest person on the cast. You got one of those words right. I won't be super mean. I'll let you figure out which one I mean. Goal for 2024 is to get to 5,000 followers for the tat. Hell yeah, it is, bro. 100% we'll get it too. Tony preps for about 2 hours. That's fair. Green Guide should have been on the initial list. Josh was right.
That's so funny. That last bit.
Certified. Hold on.
You might get mad at me.
Certified from a different and fatter Tony that cheese is indeed a topping. So check your facts. It's not. A topping is something you get charged for. Cheese. A topping is something that is added to a pizza.
I think technically this is like a technical, or like, are you want to be technical?
Yes,
But
because
yes.
a pizza comes with cheese automatic. Like for it to be a pizza, it needs to have cheese.
Is tomato sauce a topping?
No, it's an ingredient.
Then why is cheese not an ingredient?
It is an ingredient. I don't agree with this statement. People who order
Oh.
pizza without cheese, by the way, shouldn't be allowed to order pizza.
I guess I take that from the pizza topper guy.
That's going to be my hot take. I've worked in a pizza. I've worked in plenty of them. Like, I get it. You miss pizza, but guess what? It's nowhere near the same without cheese. Just buy some tomato sauce and dip some white bread in it. It's the same thing. And overall rating for last week's is 6 golden showers out of 8 Josh's. Guessing you get this reference because you were laughing.
Yep, that was like in the chat this morning. Did you read the chat this morning?
Oh, I did. Yeah. All right.
Anyways, I was with a squirter.
Yeah, we get it. And we don't need to be flagged by YouTube. Why don't you get us out of here? Hot take.
I don't have a hot take. Oh
My hot
God,
take is stop ordering pizza without cheese. You're degenerate and you shouldn't be allowed to order pizza.
That's a Thursday thing. That's a Thursday. You gotta speak it how it is. Like you gotta be real with them.
What do you
Hot
mean?
take would be like, uh, I've been on
Pizza
keto.
without cheese isn't pizza. That's my hot take.
There you go. I approve of that one. I approve this message. All right.
Thanks for stopping in, every guy or everyone, every
Yeah,
guys.
everyone.
Thank you for stopping in, everybody. I hope the audio is a little better this week. If it's not, please feel free to comment on the Facebook, and I'll try to see if I can get on there, see it. I'm trying to work it out till Tony gets back. I'm apparently not as mix savvy as he is, but I'm getting there. We're getting there. We're working on it. We're trying to make it better for you guys. And get all those followers. I see we were up to like I think 435, so we're almost to 500, man. And then you get to watch me and listen to my terrible voice as I do terrible magic for at least 10 hours. And then 5,000, we get that tat, and who knows, we hit 5,000 followers. It might be enough to start a Patreon, and you might get extra episodes or interesting things from us, maybe some merch one day.